Hello. Today I'm going to show you something which is really going to help you to learn to remember things in a much easy and exciting way. This is what I call the Roman room technique. Now, the Roman room technique is a technique by which you take your house and you utilize the space and the flow of the house to memorize 20 things. Now, the Romans way back when used this technique. They called it a Roman journey or Roman room technique. What they would do is, let's say you were giving a speech back in the day, and so what they used to do is they would take a common path that they knew, step by step, and on each part of the path they would lay keywords that they have linked to these parts that were part of their speech. And so what they had to do was just remember each key word in each spot, and they would take the points and make the speech. That's where you get the phrase in the first place, because that's where it started, in the first place, and it progressed all the way down. Now, the imagination was limited to the amount of space that they had on their journey, which could be a mile, 5 miles, as long as they wanted to be. Okay, therefore, they were able to put so much information into this particular technique that it was amazing. Now, you ever notice when you see like a comedy act and someone is giving a long speech in comedy, you notice that they don't have notes? Well, it's kind of the same thing. They have taken key words that give them the idea for the next part of their speech. And so you can definitely know that they're doing some sort of mnemonic device. Anyway, without any further delay, I'm going to show you how you can build your own Roman room and have a memory which is able to memorize anything you want, as many things as you want. But we're going to limit it right now to just 20 things, okay? So what you want to do is, you want to think of your house, and you want to take 4 rooms in that house that have a sequence, okay? Like when you come to the house, what's the first room you see? That's number 1 room. Secondly, you want to go to the next room, third, and then the 4th room. So think about that and then write that down. So I'm going to put a pause here in this tape so you can do that. I'm going to give you about 10 seconds to go ahead and think about the room you have and lay it out in the flow of 4 rooms. And go ahead. Okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to isolate 5 things in each room, okay, that have a flow in the room. For example, let's say in the house that I have, you can have the first room, you have a piano, hanging plants, a couch, a rug, and a fireplace. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in that room. Okay. And then the next room, and then finally the 4th room. So again, I'm going to give you a chance to pause this. So I'm going to give you a little more time to put down 5 things in each room for the 4 rooms. Okay, so go ahead and do that. Okay, now what I want you to do next is I want you to assign a number to each part of the house. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the first room, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11 to 15, and then 16 to 20. Okay, go ahead and do that. All right, now finally what I want you to do is I want you to close your eyes and imagine yourself in this house, in these rooms. I want you to go from the first item to the last item as fast as you can mentally. And we don't got to pause this, just want you to do this, okay? So go from the first item and then mentally go to the last item, okay? Now I want you to go back. Again, go from the front to the back, go from the back to the front. Again, go faster, go, come back, go, again, forward and back, and then you're back to the first item. Next time I want you to imagine that you have like a feather duster or a rag. I want you to walk up to each part of the house, and I want you to like mentally clean it off, wipe it, touch it, make contact with it, and naturally look at it and say a number as you're going through it. So let's do this together. You go to the first thing, you clean it, look at it, you say 1, go to the second one, you say 2, go to the third one, 3, okay, Next one, 4, 5, your next room. Okay. 6, 7, that's it. 8, 9, 10, next room. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, next room. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay? And then go back to the first part of the house. Okay? Now what I want you to do is see if you can kind of bounce around the house and see if you can retain the number system that you've laid out from 1 to 20. Okay? So I want you to, I'm going to give you a number. I want you to go mentally to that place. Okay? So number 6, 8, 19, 4, 3, 17, 2, 20, 16, 14, 12, 8, 9, 2, 5, 1, 20. So you're bouncing around? Okay, good. Now what I want you to do now is take a little time. I'm going to end this tape, and I want you to just let this kind of seep into your psyche, have a little bit of fun with it, see if you can actually do this while I'm not around, to see if you can know what number 1 is to 20 without even really having much hesitation. And again, this might take you a bit more than just 5 minutes or so, but give yourself a day to work this technique before coming back to part 2, because in part 2 what we're going to do, we're going to start pegging things to the house list that you can memorize, and then you can use it for anything you want after that. Okay? So have fun with that, and we will see you next time.